When I tell people what car I drive, they usually reply with, "What? Did you mean a CRX?" And that really does quite annoy me, as I believe the CRZ is a car that changed motorsport as well as performance cars for the better. Yet barely anybody has ever heard of the car. So in today's video, I'll be reviewing my 2010 Honda CRZ GT, talking about the history of the car and how it changed the world. Anyways, without further ado, enjoy the video.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Josh. I'm not Francais, but I'm wearing Lacoste.
So I did a little quirks and features type of review when I first got this car, but I've never taken it out for a drive and reviewed it, so let us start up the engine right about now and get on with this review and take it for a drive.
The Honda CRZ was made to be a modern day equivalent of the late CRX, but pairing that with the engine of the future, the revolutionary hybrid motor. When Toyota came out with the Prius, the public questioned whether hybrid cars will ever be fun. This was Honda's solution to that. They didn't want all hybrid cars to be something that only environmentalists fantasize about. Honda wanted to make a car that appeals to the enthusiasts, not just people who have cars to drive from A to B, and they've done a pretty good job at that if I do say so myself.
So yeah, I really do like this car. So much so that I have bought this very car as my first car, which is insane. It feels really sporty, you sit low down on the ground and turns quite a lot of heads, especially in college, and it is pretty rare as well. There's only 60 of these on sale. Just to give you a little judgment, there's about 150 Lamborghini Aventadors for sale, so yeah, this is rarer than a Lamborghini Aventador to buy. And let's give it a little rev here. It's decent. So yeah, I do really enjoy this car. It does have, of course, some bad things like the interior. I think it feels really cheap, but yeah, overall it's a really good car. The interior is really nice, although one of my favorite things about this car has definitely got to be the optional extras, quirks and features, and like these buttons that you get in the car, which I shall demonstrate to you in literally the next frame. So yeah, it's got all these weird gizmos like parking sensors here, which is really helpful because the rear visibility is pretty bad. We've got sport mode, which turns out red, normal, which makes that blue, econ, which makes everything economical. I put it in normal because it's normal. We've got this kilometers per hour to miles per hour thing, which does not work, but that's okay because who uses kilometers per hour? Only weird people. There are quite a few buttons on the steering wheel, like volume up, channel up, cancel, cruise control, everything like that. Headlight sprayers, which are here. If you press it, okay, it didn't work. And this is an indicator stock, okay? You do this to turn right and you do this to turn left. To any UK drivers, yeah? Please use this. It helps a lot. And here's traction control, where there's no indication of it turning on or off, meaning you're either gonna be safe or the car's gonna lash out and you will die. Yeah.
However, the CRZ doesn't produce enough power to lash out on you, as the 1.5 litre hybrid motor produces just 124 brake horsepower. And if you didn't know much about cars, 124 brake horsepower is not a lot. But this platform of electric motor assisted petrol engines did start something revolutionary. Legendary hypercars like the Porsche 918, LaFerrari and McLaren P1 all have motors that share the same technology used in the CRZ. The same goes for modern day Formula 1 cars from 2014 onwards, as well as most hybrid cars we see on the roads today. But on the topic of the hybrid motor, how does 124 brake horsepower feel?
It's not got much power, but that doesn't matter because the car handles like it's on rails. Whoa. In fact, this car handles so well that it's rivals with the Lotus Elise. I don't know how, but yeah. And it's really infamous for Japanese toge runs with Evos, RX-7s, S13s, like downhill driving. They're really good at that. So yeah, not much power, but it handles like it's on rails, and we've just entered a dead end. Oh shit. Supra. Did you see that? Did you see that, Supra?
Production of these cars started in 2010, meaning mine is in fact the first wave of Honda CRZs. And this also meant this model was made before all the changes and facelifts that the CRZ underwent. There was a fair amount of controversy about how the car looked. Some say it looked like a fish, some said it looked ugly, some said it looks like a car, which, they got a good point there, it does look a bit like a car. But what do I think of it?
I think it looks pretty good.
So to conclude this review, I think the CRZ is like a Tesla Roadster, the first generation Roadster. When it was released, nobody thought the idea would ever catch on. The public thought it was a gimmick about what the people expect to see in the future. But now electric cars are dominating the market because, well, I hate to say it, but they are superior. Just like that, Honda have taken Toyota's concept for the hybrid motor and changed it into something that's fun, more efficient, and most importantly, superior. Good enough for Ferrari, Porsche, and McLaren to take inspiration from. Good enough for modern day Formula 1 cars to dominate the V12 predecessors. Good enough for the public as well. The only bad thing about this car is the little power it came with. The only thing I wish they'd have done different is to provide just a little more power from the factory.
Lacoste, Lacoste, Lacoste. That's the top that I rock when I'm feeling a boss. Lacoste, Lacoste, Lacoste. That's the top that I cop when I'm feeling to shop. Lacoste, Lacoste, Lacoste. I do not ball, I do not floss. I'm not a fool, I know the cost, but I love how I feel when I'm sporting Lacoste.